I was asked to do a video on the obvious bias that Chris Matthews has against Bernie Sanders, and clearly he's in the Hillary Clinton camp. I want you to pay special attention to an interview that Mr. Matthews had with one of the chief strategists for Bernie Sanders. And he clearly states after the interview that he was baiting the Sanders surrogate.
Welcome back to Harvard. Well, tax season has come and gone for all of us, but so far, only one remaining candidate in the 2016 race for president has released her tax returns. That's Hillary Clinton, of course. Both Bernie Sanders and Donald Trump have yet to do so. And last night, I spoke with Sanders' campaign manager, Jeff Weaver. Why do you think Trump is holding out his tax returns? Everybody says he's going to be under tremendous pressure if he's going to be the nominee, obviously. Going into November, against either candidate, either your candidate or the other one, Hillary Clinton, he is under incredible pressure to release his tax returns. He refuses to do it. He keeps saying I'm under audit, which nobody believes. Why do you think he's not doing that?
I don't know. There's been a lot of speculation, obviously. Maybe he doesn't make as much as he says he makes, or maybe he pays a much lower tax rate than people think he would otherwise should pay. There's obviously something he's trying to conceal, and he ought to release his tax returns.
There's obviously something he's trying to conceal. So why is your candidate not releasing his tax returns? What's he trying to conceal?
He did.
Okay, there's the bait. He baited Jeff Weaver on Bernie Sanders' tax returns. All right, let's listen to the balance of his interview, and then we're going to jump into his roundtable on this subject.
He did release
1 year out of 1 year. He's been in public life for 20-some years. Why is he never released it?
And he's got House and Senate ethics reports good dating back
why not his tax returns? Goose, you just said that Trump is hiding something by not releasing his tax returns. What is your candidate hiding?
All right. If Chris is so concerned about the tax return, the easy way around this is to take the tax return and take the financial filings that Bernie Sanders has to do every year. So take the year that he released, compare it to the financial disclosure. If there's nothing there, you can take the word of Mr. Sanders that there's nothing in his returns and wait until he actually releases them. Now, he has promised to release his tax returns before the convention. So sit back and wait for him to give you the returns. You're going to have to wait about a month or so. I believe the convention is in July. This is June. So you're going to have to wait a month, maybe two, get the returns, then you can turn around and scrutinize them. Now, you know for sure, based on the financial disclosure forms that he files with Congress, you could see what the income is. And my feeling is there's 1 year's worth of returns that Bernie Sanders may have a little issue with, and that's based on not his income, but the income of his wife on a settlement that she reached with the University of Vermont. Short of that, there shouldn't really be anything else in those returns. So why Chris is jumping up and down about his tax returns, if he's going to jump up and down this hard about the returns, why isn't Chris jumping up and down on Hillary about releasing her paid speeches? If you're going to jump on one of them, jump on the other.
Well, my candidate's not hiding anything.
Well, why does he release his tax returns? He's released 1 year, 14. That's it.
He has released some.
1 year. Anyway, joining me tonight's roundtable is Democratic pollster Cornell Belcher and Laura Bassett's political reporter with the Huffington Post, and of course Republican strategist Amos Steve is with us. All you guys, okay, I am what I am, okay? I wanted to find out why he wouldn't release the tax return, so I gave a chance, I baited him, I said go after Trump.
Right, he just admitted that he baited him. But why isn't he doing the same thing as far as Hillary Clinton's concerned? So Chris is definitely in her camp, and it's a darn shame. But anyway, now the panelists are also going to jump in on the bandwagon.
For one, if you chewed on Trump for a while. I said, how about your guy? And it is interesting. Nobody thinks Bernie Sanders is rich. He's got some big cash cow of income coming in. But he's been asked over and over again, he's running as the pluperfect moderate. Why doesn't he release his tax returns? What's going on here? And last night I got a commitment from Jeff. He will do it before the convention at some date.
It just seems suspicious. I mean, everyone does it. You're going to take a hit on this if you don't do it. So,
but the press is giving Bernie a run. They're not
well, you didn't. But they're smart people, so they got to be thinking. There's a bigger downside to whatever's in those taxes than the hit that they're taking. So what? So
if it's better than it looks, you show it.
Right.
If it's worse than it looks, you don't.
And it seems simple.
Okay, but see, that's a bunch of crap, because there's one logical reason why Bernie has not released all of his tax returns. The obvious answer is both he and the wife, they do their own taxes. They don't have a tax preparer do them. They're both on the campaign trail. Now, I got to tell you, if I had to go back more than 3 or 4 years to pull out my tax returns, I'd have a problem. And it would take me a while to pull them together. My thinking is that once they're off the campaign trail, they are going to pull out their tax returns and they're going to, issue them. So Chris needs to get up off of this, especially since he hasn't been as hard on Hillary as far as releasing the transcripts of her paid speeches. And she is not going to release those. So there's no way in the world that she wants those brought to light. So this is just Chris attacking Bernie on behalf of Clinton so that she doesn't do it.
Critical. It does. It's got.
You notice how quick that he was to chew all over Trump for not doing it?
Anytime you
no
say,
problem doing it.
Anytime you say my candidate has nothing to hide, you're losing.
Laura Bassett.
I think that
what's he hiding?
I think there's a couple things he could be hiding. I think he could maybe be a little bit nervous about scrutiny over the $200,000 severance package that his wife took from Burlington College after she saddled it with debt. And obviously the news just came out that the college is sinking, so that's going to look really bad for both of them. And it also
that's going to be like one of those snakes with a big thing in it. It just swallowed something really big. You know what I mean?
And you see the house and it also could be that it looks bad that he, expensed or he wrote off business lunches, $9,000 worth of business lunches on his taxes for the 1 year that he put out. The other years could look worse for him. Obviously, he's made it a central tenet of his campaign to criticize rich people for what they write off on their taxes. And it would be embarrassing for something to look bad like that for him.
I think you bring up a good point. I mean, we know more about Donald Trump's stakes.
No, Chris, you're not just asking. You're throwing a bunch of mud up on the wall, and now you're looking to see if something's willing to stick. So that's not just asking. And you got an answer from Jeff Weaver that he is going to release the tax returns before the convention. You don't have that same commitment from Donald Trump. So why are you're clinging all over this when you know, based on Bernie Sanders' commitment to release his returns, and you have no basis for thinking that the guy's lying? You should have left this one alone, but it's good cannon fodder for Hillary Clinton if she ever decided to pick this up, and in particular before the California primaries, which are going to occur in another couple of days. So Chris has got 3 guys out there that basically are not looking to support Bernie Sanders. So it's basically a shooting gallery, and Bernie's basically the target.
And we do about Bernie Sanders' financial history.
Why has the press not done any enterprise reporting on Trump, on Sanders? Enterprise didn't like hell on Trump. Fair enough. He's the front runner. He's going to win this thing. But Bernie's in the fight. He's in the fight. I think the Republicans have left him alone because they want to fatten him up. But that's just my thinking. They don't want to grow.
Yeah. I mean, the whole time he's kind of run in the shadows, behind the scenes, and it's worked for him. He's still turning out all of these people at these rallies. So, I think the press has been giving him a pass, and I'll be curious to see actually what's in there if it ever does come out.
And his opponent is also giving him a pass because Hillary, let's be clear, they know all this stuff as well, but they decided that it's better strategy for them not to attack him. But let's be clear, any other candidate, the press wouldn't have to do the job because the campaign would be doing.
Okay, Colonel, we'll be right back. We're going to come back.
Yeah, so again, I don't think Bernie's got anything to hide, as he stated. And when a person is innocent and say they have nothing to hide, and you've never busted them before on lying, you basically have to take their word for it. Unfortunately for us, Chris is basically trying to make a big deal out of this thing, and he's going to look like a jerk when Sanders finally does release his tax returns and there's nothing in them.